Ready to explore the latest trends in real estate? What are innovators in building planning for the future? The Ralph Bivens Project digs deep into the minds of key players in the industry and discussions with today's thought leaders. I'm Ralph Bivens. As a journalist who's covered the real estate and development industry for decades, I invite you to join me as we probe for new ideas and projects that will be making headlines soon. We love to ask hard questions to interesting people. When you've done over 100,000 interviews, you seem to get enlightening answers. Don't forget to download and review this podcast on Apple, Spotify, and wherever you get your audio inspiration. You can also watch and subscribe on YouTube or visit realtynewsreport.com. Welcome. It's Ralph Bivens with the Ralph Bivens Project, and we're here to, break some news today. I think we have a major announcement that hadn't been out there very much, and we want to make sure everybody knew about a special event that's coming on, one of the biggest deals that's happened in the commercial real estate area in Houston quite some time. So mark your calendar, April 18th, there's going to be Commgate Development Showcase. And we think it's going to be, a lot of people there, and we're, FOMO, fear of missing out. You guys may want to go ahead and get registered pretty soon, but that's just through Commgate, COMMGATE.com. You can register there. And we just wanted to we're here with Alma Zavala, and she's with Commgate. And so, Alma, tell us a little bit about the development showcase coming up.
Absolutely, yes. So, like you said, it's April 18th. It's going to be from 4:30 to 7:30. It'll be held at the Amegy Tower Conference Center. This is a new event, and it's going to showcase developers in the Houston area as well as economic development organizations. We have some pretty big players already confirmed, including Midway, who developed City Center in Houston, and they just recently announced City Center. What is it called? It's called City Center 6. So this is going to be a 19-story Class A office tower, and that's one of the recent announcements that they made. They're also developing in East River. We have Signorelli Group, or the Signorelli Company. We have Caldwell Companies confirmed, and Johnson Development as well. And then we also have several economic development organizations who are confirmed, and we have invitations out for others, but those who have confirmed so far are Greater Houston Partnership, the Woodlands Area EDP, Fort Bend County Economic Opportunity and Development, and Stafford EDC. These are all confirmed. So it's going to be a fun event, and we're also going to have beer and wine, as well as hors d'oeuvres. It's going to be kind of trade show style, so there aren't going to be breakout sessions or any featured speakers. All the marketing and networking is going to take place in an open space.
Fantastic. And of course, I'll be there. Realty News Report. We've been with these things before, and but we think this is going to be a lot of fun. So we're looking forward to that one. And so to register and to get involved, how do you do that, Alma?
You can do that at commgate.com, so COMMGATE.com. And that's also, if you're interested in any other events, we have an events page where you can register, and then also we have membership as well. So if you're interested in membership, also if you're interested in sponsorship, we're definitely interested in working with sponsors as well for the events that we're going to hold throughout the year. And you can do all of that at commgate.com.
And of course, Commgate is basically the commercial division of HAR, Houston Association of Realtors, which one of the largest realty associations in the nation. And but this commercial division's been going on for a while. So I think and before that, it was just part of HAR, and it still is. But this new brand of Commgate.com came around, I think, in 20 years ago or something.
Yes, in 2001. And
2000.
Sam Scott, who you know, really helped launch HAR's own commercial division. So yes, Commgate is the commercial division of HAR, and since 2001, we've gone through several iterations, but right now we're using Moody Analytics, and that feeds into, so it's not just Houston, it feeds into really nationally, Commercial Exchange, which is Moody's Analytics consumer-facing site. And we share information with major cities, LA, Atlanta, Minneapolis. So we're pretty much all over the map just by using their platform.
And yes, Sam Scott, a longtime leader at HAR, he's head of Commgate, and a good guy. He's always friendly and good guy. That's very knowledgeable. Let's go over wanted to talk a little bit about I guess many of you guys remember, you go back way into history. There was something where this kind of like the Garden of Eden of this event. You go back to the 80s, and Dave Cook of Cushville, been a major broker in Houston for quite some time. He was head of HAR, and the economy was bad, and foreclosures were happening all over the place, and that was the tough period of the mid 80s was rough, and but he started Developer Day, and this is projects. Developers were able to showcase their projects and generate some activity for them, even though the economy was not good. But Dave Cook, he had the foresight to kind of start this, and I think later on, that was followed up. But and I've been to a bunch of these called Commercial Real Estate Expo, and a lot of times I think they were at the JW Marriott right across from the Galleria. So they had that big space there, and those went on for a while, and they were very successful, and hundreds and hundreds of people there, maybe thousands, I don't know, but it was a big deal with a lot of people there. And so now we're ready for this new iteration here with the Commgate Development Showcase, and so it was first one coming out for a while, and we're looking forward to seeing how that goes. And I think I would know that Midway, of course, is they're going to be one of the major companies there with stuff on display, and they have a lot to talk about. And you mentioned the City Center 6 building, which just broke ground, and I think it's 19 stories. And I believe that Dow Chemical leased a big portion of it, but there's still over 100,000 square feet there for lease. And they also have City Center 7 on the drawing boards, I believe, for the next building, which is and they've got City Center is amazing because they've got this major amount of this really good occupancy, for their office space, retail. It's really good. And then of course they got the East River, which I happened to tour that last week with Brad Frails, the chairman of Gateway, and really amazing stuff going out there. Their new multifamily is opening up, called the Lara. It's like 350 units, 370 units or something, and a heck of a job. They've got a lot of different product there, mixed use, and a golf course, which 9-hole golf course. And I think East River 9 has probably got the best view of downtown of any golf course around. Herman Park has its view. Memorial golf course has its view, but coming in from the east side of downtown with the bio, Buffalo Bio, the buildings, it's got a tremendous view. And they're doing stuff like building smaller freestanding office buildings, like 10,000 feet for sale. The company that wants to own their own place, and they have distinctive design and things. So that's a real interesting area of growth out there at East River. I was totally impressed by what's happened so far. I think it's going to continue to grow. And I'm interested also to hear more about, you said Signorelli, I believe. Are they committed?
Yes, Signorelli company is committed. Johnson Development is also committed. And also, so we talked about Midway, Johnson, Signorelli, and we have Caldwell companies also.
Now, Signorelli's, I don't know a lot about this. I haven't seen the site, I have to admit, but they have something out in Fort Bend County. Austin Point, I think, is the name. And I think it's 4,700 acres, big. They disclose anything more to you about that project?
Not to us personally, but I think that this is going to be, the event is really going to be the best opportunity to really dive into that and be able to talk to these companies about, all of the transformative developments that are going to be happening in the greater Houston area and elsewhere as well. I know that, these companies are also developing in Dallas and so forth. So it's really exciting, especially the transformation that's happening. And we've seen it. I mean, I've seen it, and I haven't been around that long, but it's happening before my eyes. My brother actually lives, right there on in East River, right at now I can't remember where exactly it is, but it's all being just, the golf course and everything that you mentioned. I've just seen it come up. So it's really cool.
Yeah, it's transformed. That whole, it's really like 1 mile from downtown, the edge of the eastern side of downtown Houston, Minute Maid Park and all that. 1 mile. And a really cool aspect that's part of the dream at East River is that, the bio is there. That's where they got the name East River. But the bio comes out, Buffalo Bio comes out of downtown. And it goes, they've got, I don't know, but, thousands of feet of frontage on the bio. And that's led to people, just saying, hey, what about this bio? And it's so close to downtown, and why can't there be, a water taxi? Why can't there be a water taxi so that, people can have fun just cruising on the bio, but also, if you live in an apartment and like the one they're opening there at East River, you live in one of those units, you work at downtown Houston, you don't want to pay, $200 a month to park. Why couldn't you, jump on this water taxi and take a ride to downtown? And but the whole concept being, man, that west side of the bio has been transformed by the Buffalo Bio Partnership and made a beautiful park. And why can't more be done as we continue with the bio area development? It could be a real plus for the city, and it sounds pretty plausible to me. So hopefully we can hear about that. We know they've, yeah, I think it'd be good. Of course, Johnson has stuff all over the place. A ton of master plan communities, I think. Larry Johnson, of course, big leader in Houston, and they recently named a wing or something at the medical center in one of the big hospitals after Larry, who passed away recently. And his estate made a very generous gift to the hospital, so they named a wing after Larry Johnson, who's that Johnson's so amazing because I get a report from RCLCO that talks about the 50 best selling master plan communities in America, and Johnson will have 14 of them, out of the 50 best selling in the nation, and that's pretty amazing. When you're talking about national report, they have tremendous market share in that niche. And tell me a little bit about the, I think you said the Greater Houston Partnership's involved. Tell me about what do you think they're going to be contributing to your show?
Well, definitely these economic development organizations are, basically looking to bring revenue into their areas of interest. So they're probably, a lot of them are developing retail spaces, office spaces. So depending on the area and what's needed in that area, you can definitely talk to the economic development groups. And I feel like, the partnership between economic development organizations and brokers and agents who are commercial, definitely it's like a CB&J combo, because this is, you don't want to miss out on those opportunities and they don't want to miss out on you. So it's a really good networking opportunity as far as they go.
Yeah, and this is going to be at the Amegy Bank, the building.
Yes, the Amegy Conference Center. Yes, and so that's at 1717 West Loop South. Sorry, in Houston.
West Loop South. I guess that's that building is. I guess it's on the inside or the eastern side of 610, and it has 610 frontage, but it's just about a quarter mile or something on the north side of San Felipe. So real easy access to the Galleria or wherever. It's got great location. I think a lot of real estate companies have their offices around there, so I think you're going to do really good on the attendance and people coming and registering. Now, now is this? Of course, it's not open to everybody, the public. I mean, there's only so much space, but I think your members of Commgate, they can attend for free. Is that right? Or tell me about.
I'm not actually sure about the logistics, but I want to say yes. So I do have to double check on that, and I actually am not even sure if right now the registration link is up and running on our site. But once it is, you can go to commgate.com, register, and even if you're not a member, it's a very very reasonable. It's not going to be, we're not charging $100 a ticket or anything like that. So, but yeah, so it'll be definitely for Commgate members, either discounted or.
Good. So if you're in the commercial real estate industry, you definitely want to be there, and it'll be fun to get this going again. We go in there and we see people and so many friends, and that's why I'm excited to be involved, to see people that I've worked with and talked to, interviewed, and had lunch with or whatever for so much for a long time ago, and so
definitely it'll be a great opportunity to make connections or reconnect with people, and again over maybe a glass of wine and some hors d'oeuvres as well.
That sounds great. Okay, well, everybody. Well, I did want to ask you a little bit about the going back for people who are new to town, people that are new to the industry, I guess, or younger people in the commercial real estate industry. Tell us a little bit about Commgate and what do they need to know if they're new to the industry or they're new to Houston?
Yes. So the first thing I would say, if you're new to the industry or if you're breaking into commercial from residential, is definitely check out our education, our commercial focused education. I mean, these are courses that are really beneficial. They're not only do they contribute to your TREC license and they get you all of the requirements that you need, but they are specifically focused on commercial. And any commercial broker who's already been in the industry will tell you, please get the education. The rules are different, the players are different. It's only going to benefit the entire community for everyone to be educated when they're breaking in. So definitely check out our commercial focused education or our commercial focused continuing education courses. So that's the first thing I would say. But also, we were talking about this before. We have big players in the industry who subscribe to every service. You have your Cushman & Wakefield, your CBREs. They're going to subscribe to every service that's out there. But if you are just breaking into the commercial industry and are, trying to get your foot in the door, basically, Commgate is an umbrella of every single service that we offer. Every tool in the toolbox is at your disposal. So there's no separate service for running comps and doing research. There's no separate service for sending out a broadcast email and advertising your property. All of that is included with membership. So it's a pay-as-you-go thing. So if you're a new member and maybe you don't have 50 listings, you have one or two, we're not going to loop you into some crazy contract and say, well, too bad, you're in this for the whole year or 5 years or whatever it is. You have a listing, maybe it gets sold, maybe it's withdrawn, whatever it is. It's a pay-as-you-go service. You can always withdraw your subscription and then come back whenever you need us again and you have another listing. So that's something I think that new members or people who are just breaking into commercial really appreciate, because again, you don't have 20 listings when you start out. You have maybe one or two. And this is probably the best service as far as, just breaking into commercial.
You can actually send out an ad, digital ad, and promote what you're selling there.
Yes, and on top of that, there's no limit. So it's not like, okay, well, maybe, you have 2, 3, and now we're breaking into 5, and now, that's a different subscription. It's not. It's all the same. There's an unlimited amount of listings that you can add, and every single service that we have available is right there, umbrellaed under your membership. So sending out an ad, sending out a needs want. Say you have a client who needs or wants a specific property. Some things are very specific. Someone is looking for a gas station, or someone is looking for a dentist office, and maybe that's not super easy to search for and find. You can advertise that through our email system, and it's going to blast out to every other agent and broker who's a member of Commgate. So these are services that are all included. This is not a separate thing. It's all umbrellaed under membership.
Okay. And the Moody Analytics data, that's part of the deal?
It is. It's part of the deal because we use Moody's as our platform, and Moody's is connected, again, nationally. It's connected to major cities, just like LA and Atlanta have basically the HAR of Los Angeles and the HAR of Atlanta, which, of course, they're called something different. They're not going to be called Houston, but they have the same service. The biggest real estate company in Los Angeles or any other major city is going to be connected to the Moody's network. So we're all sharing the same information.
Wow. Okay. Well, that sounds great. And once again, the April 18th event, if people they want more information about that, what do they need to do?
They can visit commgate.com, and we have a tab that says events, and you can find out more about the event there.
Thanks so much, Alma. Alma Zavala with Commgate. If you had an extra question, you can find her at Commgate, and I'm sure she We'll run it down for you and help you out and get you plugged in.
Yes, and feel free to email me directly if you have any questions regarding the event or anything else that Commgate offers. It's Alma, my first name, @commgate.com. Very simple.
Great. Thank you, Alma. We appreciate it very much.
Thank you.